Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect and indeed a new series. Today's beverage is a very nice green tea. So welcome back to Prison Architect and a new series, this time focusing on legendary prisoners. It is often the case these days that we only really do a big series when there's a new DLC, but that's not the case. We're still running with the Jungle Pack and the Jailhouse update, but we want to make a series that is focused on, well, one particular mutator in general, and that is the Big House. All prisoners are legendary, good luck. Now what does this mean? Well, it means that well, the simple one is all prisoners are legendary. That is the fairly obvious one. But it also means that we are going to have to make a high-risk facility, or rather a secure facility. It also doesn't mean that we're going to have unlimited funds, because when you get low, medium and high-risk prisoners, they come with a certain amount of money. And you can also get in Supermax and legendary prisoners. We don't have that option. They're turning up as whatever category we bring them in as, and they happen to all be legendary, so we're not necessarily going to get any more money for it. That's going to be a problem. Also, because legendary prisoners have things like extremely deadly, extremely tough, quick, volatile, etc., I think staff retention is going to be an issue, so we'll obviously be having to buy our way out of that as well and run with all of the protection possibilities. Anyway, we're going to do a couple of extra things. We're also going to turn on reputations, so all reputations are revealed. Prisoners getting off the bus will always have their reputation visible. Not so much of a cheat or lightening the load, because we know they're going to be legendary, which means 90% of the traits we can pretty much guess. However, we are going to run with super guards. Your guards are the cream of the crop, and they don't screw around. They're bigger, stronger, faster, and more observant. So basically, they're not, I think, equivalent to legendary prisoners, and we certainly won't have a 1-to-1 ratio, but it means that we don't have to have a massive spam of guards just to keep things under wraps, and we probably couldn't afford to do that anyway, but we're going to pick that one up, and I think that's okay. Let's go ahead and check out some of the other settings. So we're going to go with default, gender, uniform, and colour. We're going to go with probably Alexis Lane, believes in technology, and we have a 60% slow suppression rate fade. Instigators do not increase the chance of nearby inmates causing trouble, and reduces misbehaviour frequency of the extremely volatile prisoners by 50%. So yeah, that's the reason really why we're picking that one. And we need to pick our guard dog. What doggo would be best? Well, when in doubt, always go Monarch. Monarch's always the good one. However, I think we're going to go with the Bowtie Bandit, because having an absolutely massive guard with the smallest woofer around is probably going to work out. So we're going to have the Bowtie Bandit as the doggo. World size is small. We may go for expansion later on. We're going to help ourselves out by going for 50k rather than 30. Default is plot type, and we're not going to bother with weather intensity. Gangs will come back to. Dynamic reputations is off. Fog war is off for your visibility and viewability. Is that a word? It is now. Failure conditions are going to be on. We are going to generate forests. We are going to have on events. We are not going to have on temperature or staff needs, but we are going to turn on escape plans, and I think that's okay there. DLC settings then, we are going to keep off tropical fever, not bothering with undead. Yeah, for aging, why not? We'll have that on. Gangs, we'll go for medium. Well, we're going to stick with medium there, so we can change this later on. What's it say for medium? What's it say for medium? Doesn't say. Anyway, we'll have medium gangs. Lieutenants we'll have just as 10, and gang special reputations. Gangs are given new reputations that modify the way that members behave in the prison. We'll turn that on. Sounds interesting. And we're not going to bother with Perfect Storm. So the gangs thing I wasn't going to go with. I thought it was going to be eventful enough with all legendary prisoners, but you know, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's just try it. If it burns down in the first 30 seconds, then well, it is what it is. We can also alter the gangs later on once the series is started. So let's go ahead and I think start from there. Let's click play here and see. Well, the game has not really helped us out there, has it? So I was going to say, let's see how much wood we can get, and well, we have 2 trees. So that's not helped at all. Anyway, first episode of the series is planning, so let's go ahead and do said planning. This is going to be a bit lighter in terms of the planning than usual, just because, well, of reasons. I don't want to spend too much time on the planning for it to go basically all wrong right from I don't want. There's no point in spending all this time on planning if it's just going to go wrong very, very early. Because, well, I have a feeling that that is going to be the case. But anyway, small map, so we are going to be limited in terms of space and amenities, but we'll do what we can. Distance of 10 from the edge there, which will give us the barrier for contraband to be yeeted over the wall. We did have a problem previously with contraband, and let's just 80 and 40, is it? Yeah. Yeah, we did have a problem previously with contraband. It was what it was. We just had issues with it, and that was because of, I think it was a tiny slither of water that was up here on the last series. So this is the entranceway. We're going to have this come along here. This is going to be, I mean, this all should be fencing, so I should really have put out in fencing. So I'm just going to do that now, because we can. The reason why I didn't is because the fencing tool didn't exist for, I believe, a long, long time, actually, the fencing tool. Can you just go straight over, or does it double colour it? No, it does actually overwrite it, so that's fine. Yeah, so the fencing tool is a relatively new. The game is obviously getting on a bit now. But anyway, this is going to be our main entrance. We'll have some doors in there and there, there and there, and there and there, because we're going to have in some more fences, 2 fences, either way, with a door in, say, here and here. And more doors there, more doors there. That was one of our series, actually, more doors. And this is going to just be a visitor area. Sorry, not a visitor area, a visitor's entrance. I don't think we need a visitor area, like an entrance, but we're going to have something in here. So we'll build this. And this is going to be a reception as well. So just internal sizing of 10s. And there we go. I'm just going to make it obvious now that basically, hang on, have we got this wrong? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, already got it wrong. Good start. Good start. Yeah, just going to double check the internals. 10 by 6. The other one should be exactly the same. 10 by 6, yeah. So the plan basically is to have it like all of this area here. We are going to have some guard towers. We will have guard towers. And we will have patrols. But all of the staff areas, unlike the previous series, I'm happy just to put inside here. So I don't need to put buildings in like this, but there will be buildings in like this. So, like, we'll have kitchen probably back here. We're going to have, like, staff rooms and everything around this area. We'll have, like, all the other stuff around here that's for, like, the staff areas. I want to have it so we have this. You're going to come through here, and then we want fences, more fences along. And do we want fences? Yeah, I sort of want fences. And we're going to have doors there and there. And again, this is just this is all just the start of the planning process. We're certainly not in the end of it. Just the rough idea is that I wanted a central section for visitors, which is going to be this, like that, going along. And then this is going to then move into different buildings. So, for example, we're going to go for, I mean, this could be all outside anywhere, and we should really put this as walls. So, like, buildings along here. So this could be like a canteen, we could have a visitor area, things like that. So I'm not, again, going to oversize it or anything. I'm not really too bothered about massively worrying about the size of this thing, because the canteens, we're not going to have many prisoners. I don't know exactly how many prisoners, but it's not going to be many. Anyway, we could actually have an outside canteen as well, couldn't we? We've done that previously, an outside canteen, in the previous series. I don't think we need 2 canteens, north and south, but if I do have the 2 canteens, north and south, that means expansion is easier. So do we do that? It is possible. It is possible. What I'm going to do from the get-go then is we're going to earmark an area for an outdoor canteen. I mean, it's already too massive. It's already too big, isn't it? That's 14 by 13. The reason it's odd is because, actually no, we'll do it at 14 size, because we'll have something like that. Double doors, and then you've got 4, 8, 12 serving tables there. Okay. And then we've got the other stuff that goes in here. We can do that. That is perfectly fine. Do you want to shrink it down and go the other way? No, I think that's fine. Back to fences then. So we're going to come along and across, and distance is 16. Like that. We'll put in the double door things here. And doors in there. Doors. It allows you to select it there. That's for if you're using the build plans option, which we're not using. Not of any real reason other than I don't need to. Okay, so this is where we've got. What can we have this as? We could easily bring this down if we wanted to. We could easily bring it down and around. Do we want to do something like? Do we need to do that? We could do that and bring this down here. Okay. This is fine, because this is where... I don't like the way them doors are. Hang on. There we go. They're going to come around here. Visitors can go... We need a visitor area, which will be around here. In fact, that's what we'll do, in fact. That's something I like the idea of. Fencing there. Fencing there. Then walls. Okay. And then in here, we're going to go distance 10. And this is going to be multiple buildings. We'll split this off. Is that equal? Is that equal? It's not. It's not equal. But it was close to 7, 7, 7, 8. Anyway, so fencing. So visitors can we can cook food here, bring it round, straight across, in there, job done, they leave. Come along, visitors, in here. That's not what I meant. And pathways. They can come along, down, go in here. This could be a visitor area, more visitors, whatever it happens to be. Okay, good. So we don't actually need that. Instead, though, we want walls all the way across. Sorry, walls, no. Why am I doing walls? Pathways. And then the pathways will go along here. That's going to be a yard. That's going to be a yard as well. This is just for way into the facility, really. So yard, canteen. The canteen's so large. There is no need for the size of that canteen, is there? Let me double check. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, it's legendary prisoners. If we get 30 to 50, we'll be lucky. Fences. Cutting this right back. Let's just cut it back now. We may need more serving tables, though. But I can put them down this side. It doesn't matter. And that's going to give us some space extra. I think that. Terminals of 8. Make it slightly bigger. Is that right? 8. Yeah. Okay. Whatever these happen to be. I'll worry about it later. Well, I'm measuring from that point. This point. 8 to there. Right. That's fine. Just double check. 8 to there. That's good. We could make it 10. Make it 10. Why not? Right. Yeah, it's best off planning that now than messing up later on. And we'll put fencing there and fencing there. So we've still got the visitor area, the visitor-only area, which is fine. We've got these buildings which are going to be whatever they're going to be, whatever it happens to be. And then the pathways, which will run right up here. We can get rid of all of that. So we've saved some room, and I think this is a better fit. Like I say, we can have easily 4x3, 4x3. You know, it fits in. If we need to put more in, we can put more in. I'm not stressing over too much over the planning. Entranceways, it'll probably be similar to that. So probably in there, with a metal detector in. Think so. Think so. With only 2 canteens and 3 gang members, this could prove eventful. I mean, you've got what? 32, 64 just on that alone. Yeah. What I'm going to do as well, I'm just going to turn off intake because we shouldn't have that. Off. We want max second, super max, and legendary. Turn all that on. Yeah, you can see what I mean about that. So if you bring in a legendary prisoner, you get 15 grand payment for that, and you're going to get a decent payment as well per prisoner. Whereas we'll be getting min, medium, or max that happens to be legendary, and I don't think you get paid for that one. All right. So we have a yard, we have a kitchen, we have a canteen. All of the staff areas, as I said, are going to be sort of around here. So I mean, I don't know exactly the size and ratios, but we'll work it out as we move along. That is fine. Pathways will go down there. So let's discuss cells. So how we're going to have the cells? Well, I think we're going to have external cell blocks. So we're not going to have a building and then cells within the building. I don't like the idea of that. What I do want to do, though, is have, like I say, external cells. And we're going to have an internal of 5x5. So it is quite a luxuriously sized cell. Now, whether or not I can have 5x5 because of where I've placed this, I do not know. Does that fit in? One of them is... No, they're all 5x5. 5x5. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Visual inspection seems fine. You know what they say, if it fits, it sits. So it's going to work out. So there's our cells, 31 by 13. And let's put that in. So, I mean, how many cells is that? Hang on, that doesn't look... Yeah, my eyes deceive me. It doesn't look right, but it is correct. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We've got 20 legendary prisoners, and that's it. Really? Is that really all we've got? Can we fit more in? I mean, yes, we can. Obviously we can. But that's all we could fit in. Okay. I'm going to do... What am I going to do? I'm going to change up these. These will probably be a bit shorter. But we're not going to have all rooms. We're not going to have things like... It's unlikely we'll have gyms. Cinema, no way. Visitation, yes, but it'll be the booth type of one. Yards, we've got showers. We're going to have stuff inside their cells. There's a couple of ways you could do this. You could go, this is a Supermax facility, give them the smallest possible cells, 23-hour lockdowns, and very little amenities. Go harsh, go that way. That's what we did with the last facility for the most part. It wasn't as harsh as that. And we certainly did get a lot of extras towards the latter part of the series. What I mean by that is we're having bakeries and other things put in. But my point is that, we could go, like, very small cells and, let's say, a very harsh regime. But we're going to try it the other way, and we're going to give, a fairly decent-sized cell. Do we need it 5x5, or can we make it 4x4? And would that work? You know what? It might... Let me try the measurement of it, because it just seems that 5x5 is just a bit too extreme. Oh, that's so happening. That's just much better as ratios go. Right, that's what's happening. So that goes to there. That's why I don't like to plan too much. I like to have the idea, and then we'll almost workshop it as we go. And then you get to see the thinking process, if there is a process. 11 to there. Okay. I don't know why I did that, because that wasn't even 11. 11. Yep. And we'll do the same thing. Oh, and it fits. It fits perfectly. I could not have planned... Hang on a sec. Let's see, I could not have planned that any better. Unless there is actually something wrong with the plans, and I'm sure you'll let me know. So, there's the cells. And we're so out of space. 40 prisoners. 40 legendary gang prisoners. I mean, are we really doing this? Yes, yes we are. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this. And I already know we're missing so much stuff. But whatever. So we don't have laundry. We don't have a cleaning cupboard, not that we're going to have one. We don't have... Well, we have visitation. We don't have solitary. We don't have a holding cell. Right. We don't have... yeah. So they're all legendary prisoners, so we shouldn't get any people that require solitary confinement or protective custody. We don't need protective custody. Solitary, though, is a bit different. So on the end of each cell block, we're going to have that. And we're going to have maybe... How do I want to do this? We could have that. We could sort of piano tooth it like so. And then have solitary like that. It would need to be a bit different. We need to have the wall come along there, wouldn't we? Like that. It does mean, though, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I really like. Thematically, we have the exact same ratio of cells to solitary confinements. It means that everybody can be in solitary. That's making a line in the sand there, isn't it, to the prisoners? Don't worry, we've thought about this. Do I want to do that? I sort of do. Right. So there is a couple of options then. We could very easily do this and make a slightly smaller building and have them go around. We can do that. Or just accept that you have to walk through solitary now and again to get to this other side. We could just shrink all of these buildings down. I'm not entirely sure what the best option would be. I mean, we could bring this down. Let's maybe work from here. Because we don't need a 1-to-1 ratio. We really don't. 2-to-1 would be nice. So 2 cells to every 1 solitary. Which means we could just do the ends and leave the middle. That's doable. That is very doable. But I like the idea of having this end bit like that. That seems to want it the edges. Them 5 there. Then the pathways along. Like that. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Let me just remove some of this. And we're already on flooring. So flooring along there. That can be removed. These come along. And then walls. So all of this is solitary. So we have on the ends of this solitary. I mean, we could shift things around and have it on both sides, but we're not going to do that. This should be should be acceptable. As always, it'll it'll work out until until we have first contact with the enemy, as they say, and then all plans fail. This is now immediately too large. So, is there a potential way of changing it up? We could have most buildings require 5 by something. So let's have it as 5 by something. Like that. Then we'll get at least another building in. 5 by something. Oops. 5 by something. And then whatever's left here. There's a slightly bigger building. We could even section this off further by having it split up and having, like, these are the visitor areas where you get access back here. Like, entrance there and entrance there, and then there's some ones at the front. I don't know. Like I say, I'm not going to plan too much over this one. Okay, let's have a quick look at the rooms and such. So cells, yes, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 40 cells. Holding cell, no. Solitary, yes, we have 20. 2 canteens, however many kitchens we want. No showers. 2 yards, which I may change up a bit. Garbage. Actually, that's what I'll remove. I'll remove that and have garbage down there and deliveries there. Something like that. We have workshop, no. Security, yeah, it'll be around here somewhere. It doesn't really matter. Go back to rooms here. Offices, yes, again, it's going to be in some of these buildings. Infirmary, we haven't got. I'll come back to that. Morgue, we don't need. Common room, we don't have. We don't have a common room. Visitation, yes, it's going to be around here. Laundry is probably going to be staff only. Staff room and armoury and kennels all the way around here. Library, we're not having it. Forestry, we're not having. Classroom, we're probably not going to have. And if we do, it'll be one of these buildings. Chapel, probably. Parole, maybe. Probably, actually, probably. Reception, yes. Mailroom, no. Shop, no. Padded cells, none of those. Gyms, no. Vegetable allotments and all those, no. Meeting rooms, maybe a meeting room. Training room is going to be around, again, this staff-only area. We have to have a no fight club, no graveyard, no tattoo removal program we do need. Are we going to have, shall we say, although my experience is that it's, yeah, with legendary prisoners that are going to be gang members as well, it's probably not going to work out. Visitor reception, yes, but I don't know if we need it. So what is the main sticking points? The main sticking points are we don't have a common room and we don't have a morgue, an infirmary. So where is the best place for an infirmary? Probably here. This is an infirmary. We're going to need a big infirmary. Let's just settle that right now. So that could be the infirmary, which is going to be that and that. We could even put ones down the middle. Beds down the middle. Like that. I think that's right. That should be 10, yeah. We will also maybe running tracking and stuff. I haven't decided. One of these could be easily visitation, which the booths will go down the middle, like that. That's 13, so it wouldn't be that. It would be that, followed by a bit of wall, actually. Probably that, believe it or not. Like that. Objects across. Door there, door there. Actually, probably door there and there. Metal detectors. He says he wasn't going to overplan it, and he's literally planning individual bits. And then we got these 2 rooms. Okay, so the only thing really that's a sticking point is the lack of a dedicated room for for common rooms. So there's that fixed. It's a small common room, but it will suffice. All right, we're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. What I'm going to do is put that along to there. We're going to have a object. You can probably guess what that is. It's going to be our guard tower. And from here, we'll have another building stretching along. Like that. Then we'll have guard towers on this edge. There, maybe. We haven't got guard towers over here. I'm not too sure how to incorporate them. We could do that. And it's curious. I mean, there's no reason why we can't have that. And actually, it's a bit different sometimes. That's all you need. I think that's a bit... yeah, it's a bit like... That's overhandling, that, isn't it? That looks like a bit like overhandling to me. But we're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit Prison Architect. High-risk gang facility with every single person as a legendary prisoner. I have no idea how this is going to go. My guessing is it's going to be eventful, if nothing else. But, as always, we shall see what this is like. So we're going to leave it there for now. And this is the version 1 proposed planning. There may be some changes before the next episode. By all means, pop in the comments any changes, comments, tips, suggestions you may have. And obviously, if that's that'll be actioned before the recording of the next episode, which may have passed by the time you watch this. Who knows? But, like I say, this is our potential plan. So, I think overall, what I said was correct. Didn't want to overplan it, and we have just went general areas, general area, general area. So we've got that. Definitely don't normally put the doors in though. But hey, they'll look pretty. Right, leaving it there for now. Next episode, we will look at starting construction. As always, hope you have enjoyed the episode and what it is, the series thus far. Comments in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.